What is going on? On this video, I'm going to give you 4 steps to finally leave your day job. My name is Mike Mack from the janitorialentrepreneur.com. This channel is all about helping you break free from your terrible 9-to-5 with a Kickstarter office cleaning business. If you are new here, we put out videos every Friday just like this, helping you do that damn thing. So, hit the subscribe button, you will not want to miss it. So now let's get into the video. Actually, let's hit that intro first. There you are. What's going on? All right, step 1. You want to leave your 9-to-5, you have to get your mind right. What does that mean? For a while, I was stuck at my 9-to-5, and so was my partner, Jess. My mind just wasn't right. But first, let me start this car, get a little air conditioning going, because it is hot. It is hot in these streets. All right, so when I say get your mind right, there are a couple of things that you need to do. Like, you need to understand that the way of living paycheck to paycheck is just ultimately not going to free you. At the end of the day, if you're trading your time for money, you're never going to feel like you're free, right? Working for yourself is so incredible. It's everything I hoped it would be. You know, there is no more anxiety Sunday nights. There's no more angst because I didn't want to go where I was going, or I didn't want to have an interaction with my boss, or feel like I had to ask permission to, I feel like I had to ask permission to spend Thanksgiving with my family. Instead, I had to work, which I know. Some of you are probably like, oh, dude, the hardship. No, I agree. It's not that crazy, but it's my personal choice, and if that's what you want, I'm just letting you know on the other side, it's so much better when you make your own time, you make your own hours, you know what I mean? When I switched my mindset from it's all about Lamborghinis to more of like, hey, I want to live on my terms. I want to be able to support myself, my family. I want to be able to support the things I want to do. I want to be able to, have fun. I want to make my own calendar. I want to make my own schedule. If that resonates with you, then you definitely have to get your mind right. And the biggest step to doing that is figuring out that you really want to do this. Because if you get your mind right and you really want to do this, then you're going to do it. Make that choice. It's the most important thing. It's the most important starting ground. And not enough on these types of videos do people even talk about that. All right, tip 2 is goals. Now I'm here at my pool. Nobody seems to want to do the swimming thing. I like to come over here to relax a little bit and just on a regular day. But anyway, back to this. Tip 2. Tip 2 is goals. Now, before you roll your eyes or before you say, yeah, goals, I got them in my head. No. You need specific goals to help you cancel your 9-to-5. You need specific goals. You need goals like, hey, I want to be out of this job in 90 days. That is a good goal. That's a specific goal. Not, I want to cancel my job one day, or I want to do some, one day I'm going to leave this. No. You got to be very specific. You got to be specific about what you're looking for. You got to be specific about how you want to do it. That's the only way it's going to happen. Now, when you're not specific, you're like somebody who gets on an airplane, and let's say the pilot. If the pilot wasn't specific, you were going from New York to Florida, you're not getting to Florida. You're just vaguely driving because you're just like, just take me vaguely south. No, travel doesn't work like that. Just like GPS doesn't work like that. If you're not where you want to be yet, it's no wonder because you're not putting a destination in. You have to put a destination in, you know, and it's not just quitting your day job. It's feeling free. It's doing, you know, what I'm doing and people who are self-employed are doing. And when you're living in a way where you could just be at a pool at like just, I don't know, 11 o'clock, just doing nothing, do whatever I want. Everything is up to me because that's what I wanted it to be. I wanted to make my own schedule. Now I also have bigger goals and bigger dreams, but you know, for the longest, this was like the dream. Instead of running to work and, you know, pretending to work so, you know, I can continue to get my $15 an hour, this is what I wanted. I wanted freedom. I wanted to live where I wanted to live. I wanted to drive where I wanted to drive, and do all of that with a business. And I was able to do that. And the only way I was able to do that is with goals, right? So set your goals. Set your end date goals. Set, you know, where do you want to be? What do you want to drive? Put it down on paper. And I know this sounds crazy if it's a new concept, but you really need to do this. You really need to be specific, or you'll never go where you want to go. I want you to just think about the GPS. Think about the GPS. If we're not specific, we're just going to end vaguely off the target, you know? And some people get lucky and they get close. But I know when I started getting detailed about where I wanted to be, set specific goals, that's when things started to really take off. So that's tip 2. Get on that. And tip 3, start a Kickstarter business. Now, what's a Kickstarter business? So I always mention it in my videos because I think it's the most important thing. It was the thing that finally broke us free from our 9-to-5 and actually got us into the things that, you know, more fun, like business ventures that we want to be in. A lot of times when there's a lot of people out there, and I used to fall victim all the time for ads like get rich quick schemes and like, hey, figure out how I started my real estate empire when I was 25. And it's like, oh, wow, that's crazy. You know, and then you're like, oh, I want to do it. And then you opt in, and then you go to this long video, and then basically they tell you it's like a $5,000, $10,000 program. And then you got to be able to invest like $10,000, $20,000 into it and things of that nature. Again, is it legit? Probably legit. But again, when you're paycheck to paycheck, that's not very feasible. You know, one of our early on ventures was after we started our first office cleaning business. It was through a franchise, and we were growing really fast, so we figured, you know, why don't we invest in another business? And then we did, and it was a nightmare, and we went $30,000 into debt, and you know, we were stuck paying that back. And we realized around the same time we didn't want to be franchisees anymore either, because we felt like glorified employees. So that's when we had that paradigm shift where it was just like, starting out, it doesn't make any sense to invest thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Mark Cuban has this famous quote, if you start a business on a loan, you're a moron. I think that's what he said. Fact check that, but he definitely said something along those lines. And maybe that's a little harsh, but I see it now. I really see it, and I didn't see it before because, you know, I was drawn to these big ginormous type businesses. Like, yeah, I want to be a real estate mogul. Yeah, I want to be this. I want to be a speaker. I want to be a motivational speaker. I want to be a big time YouTuber. I thought about all that. And guess what? If that's what you want, you can absolutely do it. But if you're paycheck to paycheck at your 9-to-5, you need a Kickstarter business. Now, obviously, my preference is office cleaning because that's what did it for me, and that's what's doing it for my students. But there are other Kickstarter businesses out there. So, how to determine what a Kickstarter business is, right? Behind me, I have 7 reasons to start an office cleaning business. Links in the description. Absolutely free. Nothing to it for it. But in there, I go over the things like what makes a good Kickstarter business. So, I'll tell you, if you can grow it fast, that makes a good Kickstarter business. If you can count on the revenue, if it's recurring every month, that's perfect. That's a perfect sign. You know, a lot of things out there promise you, hey, you know, join this class and I can show you how to get recurring revenue. or I could show you how to get recurring revenue for years. And I would do that. I would check it out. And then I realized like doing these online ventures that I was doing, you could make some money, but it's like the recurring revenue just wasn't there, you know? And when we started our digital marketing agency, you know, we would get clients and lose clients and get clients and lose clients. I always tell that story. And even though we were doing a good job and we were constantly investing in more coaches to teach us how to, you know, how to crush it for our clients, we would do that. And then we'd have dentists call like, hey, listen, doctor's got all the leads we can handle right now, so we're going to cut off service for now, but we'll get back to you. And they would never get back to you. But it's like, so that's no way to grow. So if you don't have recurring revenue, that is, you just need it. You have to have recurring revenue or you can't cancel your 9 to 5. Next, low startup costs. So I tell a story all the time, but I left my job earlier than I should. I was miserable and I said, screw it, the commute's long, I'm miserable, I'll just figure it out. Maybe I'll just get another job while I start another business. Check out the last video where I talk about that a little more in detail, but the long and the short is, you know, I was down to part of my last check after we had bought some food and we bought some dog food and, you know, things like that. Realized that we were down to $300 and I didn't know how to start any other business, you know, because the only one that ever panned out of our like 7 business ventures was an office cleaning business, but that was through the franchise route, you know. And to start a franchise, that you're talking like $10,000 to $15,000 easy. So you know, I looked at Jess and I was like, let's just go with what we know. You know, we know how to attract clients. That's, you know, and we know the office cleaning business. Why don't we just do that? We did it, and we did it with $300. Today the company is multi-6 figures, on its way to 7 figures, and it is going in the background. Let me say that again. It is growing in the background. 96% of it runs without us. Think about that. All of these accounts are staffed. We have a nighttime manager to do quality control at night to make sure everything is good. Jess will usually just call in monthly to talk to clients, make sure they're happy, see if there's anything that needs to be improved. Other than that, we have a system to score our rockstar cleaners and things of that nature. And it's because of that, I mean, this is passive. This income is passive. You know, they make it seem like only online businesses are passive. No, dude, like the schedule we have is amazing because, you know, it's running by itself. Okay, to finish up on the Kickstarter business situation, the things I named, there's more in there. Here are the 7 best reasons. The link is in the description. You should check it out, but I leave out some good ones. And let me just say one last thing, ROI. Crazy return on investment. We once took a $200 campaign and turned it into a $40,000 client. Think about that. Just from one $200 campaign. This stuff is legit. Kickstarter businesses are legit. Office cleaning business is super legit. Check it out. And we're back with tip 4, Jess.
So tip 4, you have to be relentless in pursuing this dream. If you want to cancel your 9 to 5, if you want to get out of a deadbeat day job, you have to start putting your eggs in your basket and start doing things, start moving the ball every single day that goes towards your dreams and starts building your future and your empire. So that might mean you have to make some sacrifices. It might mean that there's some long days, but it's all worth it. It's all for a greater cause. It's all for a greater good. It's all for your good. And you have to keep that in mind when you're trying to cancel your 9 to 5 and, you know, start a business or start doing things that you actually really want to be doing.
Yep, and if you apply the other 3 tips along with this one, it is a matter of time. We're helping our students do it in 90 days, and if they're disciplined enough and they follow it to a T, it is very doable. Imagine that. Just think to yourself, 90 days away from freedom potentially.
Right? 90 days of not letting anything get in your way, because there's nothing more important than your freedom and your goals and your dreams.
And a quick story to illustrate that. Bill Gates and Warren Buffett sat down, and some of you may know this, right? And the person asked them, what is the biggest key to success? Do you know the story?
I don't think so, no.
So he handed him the person handed them both a piece of paper and a pen and said, write down your number one key to success. And would you believe that they both said the same thing?
Ooh, I just got chills. So
They
it
both
must be true.
turned over the sheet of paper, and the one word they each had on that piece of paper was focus.
Focus. Ooh, I got chills again.
Focus, pocus. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this video. Every Friday, as you know, we will be here with videos just like this. So if you want to cancel your 9 to 5 and you haven't hit that subscribe button, what are you doing?
What are you waiting for?
Hit that subscribe button. You know what? I'll put it on the screen so you can see it. And if you are really interested in canceling your 9 to 5 and you want some free tips and strategies, be sure to join our Facebook group, Cancel Your 9 to 5 with an office cleaning company. And we have a podcast that we go live in there twice a week, giving you more than enough information to really, if you're interested in office cleaning, get it done. And the free mini ebook, 7 Reasons to Start an Office Cleaning Business.
There it is.
Last but not least, if you've been watching, you're still watching, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for being awesome.
Cheers. Love you guys.
And
Can
hit
I
the
do
like.
that?
Yeah, you can do
Our
what you
channel,
want.
we can do what we want.
Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to comment if you have any questions. But we're getting the hell out of here. See you later.
Peace out.
Peace out.